On the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or gossip go.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Yo, 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 yo! What's up? What's really good, my people? This is your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. This is Sports Plus Life. Y'all already know what time it is, dawg. And y'all already know what's going down today, so guess what? Huh? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off. Yeah, boy! Okay. All right, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, and this here is Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast that talks about all of the necessary things that need to go on in sports or that are going on in sports. Plus, we talk about all of the necessary things that are going on in the game of life as well. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be straight up. This is going to be a quick episode, a quick ass episode, because honestly, not trying to be funny, all jokes aside, I'm looking at my schedule, and honestly, I have things to do tomorrow. I have things to do. It's my daughter's birthday weekend, and you know, if you're a parent, you know how that is. So, and now I'm driving a bigger truck for Amazon. I'm driving what they call a step van. You have to get DOT certified, but with that comes more work. So, but you know, I ain't mad at that money. Okay. I mean, it is a small little bump, you know, a small little pay bump. I mean, given the size of the vehicle that you're driving, you know, I think that Amazon could do a whole lot better, but I'm appreciative of every buck, every dime, every penny, because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I'm just blessed and grateful to have a job, and make no mistake about it, I love my job. I love my boss. But anyway, like I said, I have stuff, I have a lot of stuff going on, and so yeah, this is going to have to be a short episode, so I'm not going to ramble too much. I'm going to jump right into it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start right into the NFL, dive right into it, the divisional rounds of the playoffs, and I'm gonna tell you, as far as picking games, it was a bad week for your boy. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it started with the Saturday games, the first one being the Los Angeles Rams at the Green Bay Packers, and oddly enough, this was the one game that I did actually pick right. I said the Green Bay Packers would beat the Rams. It would be a tough game. And, you know, it was still some excitement to it midway through the fourth quarter, but Aaron Rodgers did his thing, man. Aaron Rodgers is absolutely amazing. He's gonna win league MVP. He is really capping off the I'll Show You tour that stems from Green Bay drafting what was supposed to be his replacement quarterback. He showed up, he balled out. This is what he does. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he put on a show, threw a touchdown pass to Davante Adams. He ran for a touchdown pass as well. Aaron Rodgers showed out. He's on a mission. This is the first time in his career that he will be the hosting team in the NFC Championship game. As I'm looking at his stats, 23 for 36, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 14 carries, 99 yards, 1 touchdown. Allen Lazard, 4 receptions, 96 yards for 1 touchdown. Davante Adams added a touchdown as well. This is the first time that Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback of the home team in the NFC Championship game. And the reason why I break it down like that is because this is not the first time that Aaron Rodgers has been in Lambeau Field for a conference championship game. He was just the backup quarterback back in 2007 when the Green Bay Packers played the New York Giants. Brett Favre, what turned out to be his very last game in Green Bay, was the starting quarterback. Aaron Rodgers was the backup. So this is A-Rod's first time having the home field advantage, so to say, and the Packers did have fans in the stands. So that is definitely going to be an advantage for them, no matter how few, but they didn't sound like few when they were playing the Rams. Jared Goff actually played pretty good, having the pins in his thumbs, 21 for 27, 174 yards and a touchdown. It was really Aaron Rodgers shredding that number 1 ranked defense. So the Green Bay Packers, number 1 seed in the NFC, obviously going to host the NFC Championship game. And who were they going to play? I called the New Orleans Saints to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I was wrong. Tom Brady does it again, and Drew Brees again in a big game fails to show up. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after getting trounced twice during the regular season by their division rivals, the New Orleans Saints, they went into New Orleans and busted the Saints' ass 30-20. They were turning the ball over. It was really a play where Jared Cook fumbled. The Saints were up 20-13 and they were driving, and then Jared Cook fumbled the ball, and the game totally turned from there. Drew Brees started throwing interceptions. Michael Thomas did not have one single catch. That is inexcusable, honestly, if you ask me. That's inexcusable. Tom Brady didn't play great. He threw for 199 yards. That's it, 2 touchdowns, but no turnovers. That's the big thing. So now we have a NFC Championship game between the Bays, the Battle of the Bays, Green Bay versus Tampa Bay, former division rivals. And, you can imagine that Roger Goodell is just throwing confetti in the air saying, oh my God, I've got Rodgers and Brady in a championship game. Wah! He could never seem to get them to the Super Bowl against each other, but he's got them playing with the right to go to the Super Bowl at stake. Now, when I listen to some sports personalities that, give Tom Brady, just boatloads of credit, I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. But what I am saying is that it's not like he's not playing with a stacked roster. I understand all of the things that happened during this past offseason with COVID and not being able to do training camp or, OTAs or preseason games. I get all of that. But when you look at the weapons that Tom Brady has and has had all season, and then adding Antonio Brown, and you look at what was the main thing that people were bitching at the Green Bay Packers organization about? You didn't get Aaron Rodgers any help. You didn't get Aaron Rodgers any weapons. You got him his backup quarterback. I'm gonna kill you. That's what people were fussing at. And Aaron Rodgers said, okay, hold my drink, hold my burr, hold my scotch, whatever it is he liked to drink, and has showed up and showed out. All of a sudden, Allen Lazard is becoming pretty good. Tanyan, their tight end, he's pretty good. We knew Valdez-Scantling was a burner. He's pretty good. Devontae Adams is all world. So I'm not saying that Tom Brady does. Playing this way at 43 is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to take anything away from that. But, it's not like he didn't have 2 Pro Bowl receivers with Godwin and Evans. Not like he didn't have 2 tight ends, O.J. Howard and Cameron Brate. Unfortunately, O.J. Howard got hurt. And then bringing Gronk along. And then adding Antonio Brown. And it's not like the Buccaneers defense wasn't pretty good. So, did I think they would get to the conference championship game? No. But am I surprised? No. I'm not surprised that the Bucs are in the conference championship game. I just don't think they will win. I think Aaron Rodgers will win this battle of the legends, and the Green Bay Packers will be going to the Super Bowl for the first time in 10 years. Now on to the AFC. Saturday's game, Buffalo and Buffalo and Baltimore. I said the Ravens. I was really tripping. The Buffalo Bills beat the Baltimore Ravens 17-3. It's not like Josh Allen was a world beater. He threw for 206 yards. That Ravens defense, like I said, is real. Lamar Jackson threw a 101-yard pick six when they were going in to tie the game right at the end of the third quarter. Then got a concussion. That was pretty much game, set, match. Baltimore's defense held that great Bills offense to 10 points now. 10 points. So, unfortunately, the Ravens were not able to get it done. Hopefully, they'll ink up Lamar Jackson to a long-term deal. Hell, he deserves it. He does deserve it. And he wasn't even a starter his full rookie season, which was 3 years ago, but led them to the playoffs. Had the best record in the NFL last year, winning the MVP. Took them on a 6-game winning streak. A 7-game winning streak if you include the playoff win. And I mean, come on, he's just turned 24 years old. The kid has earned his great payday. Now, you want to keep money so you can keep everything around him. Great. They have to get him a weapon. Now, as for the Buffalo Bills, hard not to be happy for the Buffalo Bills. It's the first time that they're going to the conference championship game in 27 years. Bills Mafia is just ecstatic right now. I don't know how many orgasms they've had, how many nuts they've busted since they've won now 2 playoff games. You know, winning a playoff game for the first time since 95, and then going to the AFC Championship game for the first time since the 1993 season. You know, Buffalo has a real shot to win, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Sunday game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns, and this was the big upset. I've been looking forward to seeing Cleveland and Kansas City play all year. I hope the matchup would happen in the playoffs. It did. Guess what? I was wrong. So be it. Not by a lot. Cleveland gave them all they can handle, and they put Patrick Mahomes out with a concussion. So you know what? It is what it is. These aren't the same old Browns. They will be back. But the big question is, will Patrick Mahomes be able to go? Will this concussion keep him sidelined? Because if Patrick Mahomes ain't playing, the Chiefs ain't got a chance in hell. If it is Chad Henne who's starting for the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo, book your tickets to Tampa, okay, because you will be going to the Super Bowl. I think that is going to be a great matchup. It legitimately is the 2 best teams in the AFC playing each other. They played each other earlier this season. Kansas City handled their business, but Buffalo has vastly improved. This is not the same Bills team that they played in Week 6 on Thursday Night Football. But like I said, the big question is Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes is right, I don't see the Bills beating the Chiefs. I'm going to be real with you. If Patrick Mahomes ain't healthy, which I have a hard time believing that he's not going to play, but if he don't play, Bills Mafia is rolling to the Super Bowl. But as my prediction will be, we're going to get the State Farm Super Bowl. I got the Kansas City Chiefs returning to the Super Bowl to defend their crown against the Green Bay Packers. The battle of the State Farm commercial. The rematch of Super Bowl 1. This is my Super Bowl prediction, bitches. Packers first, Chiefs. Let's see if I'm right. Because if it's Bucks versus Bills, I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I said this show was going to be quick. Let me go on to some NBA action. We all know the trade with James Harden was last week, and it sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. James Harden has been absolutely balling with his fat ass since he has gotten to Brooklyn. And now for the first time last night, Kyrie Irving, who finally came back on the court after needing a personal time. I don't think Kyrie was very professional about it, but that's for him and the Nets organization to handle internally. I said this after I did my podcast last week, and I actually would still do this. If I were the Brooklyn Nets, I would trade Kyrie Irving to the Washington Wizards for Russell Westbrook. That's just me. Now, oddly enough, the Brooklyn Nets played with their new Big Three last night for the first time against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they lost. They lost, and I'm going to tell you why they lost. People are trying to blame Kyrie. Well, he took more shots than Kevin Durant. He took more shots than James Harden. This is crazy. Look, you have to understand what the situation was in that game last night. It's not even the fact that Kyrie was playing with James Harden for the first time and the Nets having their new Big Three. Kyrie Irving was in Cleveland, the place where he started his career, the place where he hit a game, the team that he hit a game-winning 7th game of the NBA Finals championship three-pointer to win the title. They honored Kyrie during this game last night. So Kyrie, of course, wanted to show out. The only issue was some of those players that got traded from the Nets landed on Cleveland, and they wanted to show out too. And then the most important fact, the Nets defense is garbage. It is trash. You traded away your best defensive players, Taurean Prince and Jared Allen. When DeAndre Jordan goes off the court, they look lost. They look listless. They just look like, you know what they look like? They look like a Mike D'Antoni coach team. And who is sitting on the bench, as the assistant coach for the Brooklyn Nets? Mike D'Antoni. Wow, this looks familiar. A lot of people are ready to put the Brooklyn Nets in the finals. Bro, if they don't play defense, I don't give a damn. Unless they're going to outscore people 151 to 150, they better get some defense. They better make a trade to bring in a goon, bring in a garbage man. Honestly, somebody who will foul the hell out of somebody, get in their face and say, I'm going to kill you. I don't care. Get out my face. But anyway, and as far as the rest of basketball goes, I mean, Joel Embiid is right now, I would give right now, Joel Embiid should be the MVP. Right now, Joel Embiid. I think Kevin Durant's going to win it. But if it was right now, Joel Embiid. All day. All day. Meanwhile, I'm going to hit back over to football just for a second because, and this the only reason because I have to get this, I have to express this. Phillip Rivers just announced his retirement yesterday. Now, Phillip Rivers is 5th all-time in career passing yards and all of that good stuff, and people are saying he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I'm kind of like, what? Look, first of all, I'm a Denver Bronco fan, so I ain't, I ain't got no love for Phillip Rivers. Fuck him! I'm a Broncos fan. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I love fiery competitors, but honestly, as a Bronco fan, but as an objective sports fan, I understand the numbers, but I'm going to break this down quickly. Phillip Rivers was in that famed 04 draft class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. He was originally drafted by the New York Giants because Eli was originally drafted by the Chargers. And we know Eli threw a fit and him and Rivers got swapped. He sat the first 2 years of his career because Drew Brees was the quarterback of the then San Diego Chargers. Now, he became a starter in 2006, right? His first 4 seasons as a starter. 06, 07, 08, and 09. The Chargers won the division title. They had number 1 seeds a couple of times. They won 3 playoff games and made it to an AFC championship game. Incidentally, the seasons where they had a first-round bye, they were one and done. They were bounced out. But in 2007, they won a couple of playoff games, got to the AFC championship game against the Patriots. Phillip Rivers played that championship game with a torn ACL, so there's your red badge of courage or whatever. The next season, they were 8-8, and they won in the wild card round against the Colts in overtime on a Darren Sproles punt return. Okay, that was Phillip Rivers' first 4 seasons, right? Now look at his last 11, from 2010 to 2020. Like I said, his first 4 seasons, every year division title. His last 11 seasons, no division titles. Obviously no Super Bowl appearance or conference championship appearances. Only 3 playoff appearances. And 2 of those playoff appearances were in the last 3 seasons. That was, of course, he made the playoffs from 2010 to 2020. The Chargers made the playoffs in 2013. They made it in 2018. And this past season, when he was the Colts quarterback, 2020. And in 2013 and 2018, they won on Wild Card Weekend. So, that's first ballot Hall of Fame to you guys. Okay? If he had went to a Super Bowl, okay, that's different. I'm not saying that Phillip Rivers shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. What I am saying is, first ballot, miss me with that. I'm being dead serious because, like I said, look at his career from 2006 to 2009. And then look at his career from 2010 to 2020. I don't care how many yards he threw for. Empty calories. Empty calories. His best season from 2010 to 2020 was 2018. That was between 2018 and 2020, the only time that he had at least 10 wins in a season. So the other 9 seasons, you were below 10 wins, and most of the time below 500, bruh. I'm being real. I'm not saying he wasn't, that he wasn't a productive quarterback when it came to yards, but when it came to results, he did more than come up short. He wasn't even most of the time in the discussion. I'm being honest. And it's not like he played with some bums. He had LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer. Antonio Gates will be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that Charger team in 2018 was stacked. Stacked. So, I mean, you know, like I said, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. But first ballot, nah, bruh. Nah. So, anyway, without further ado, what a buzzer, what a buzzer, what a buzzer. And last, but certainly not least, amidst all of the BS that's been going on in our country, particularly with the attacks on the Capitol by the terrorists, I'm not going to call them Trump supporters, I'm going to call them what the hell they are, terrorists. But amidst all of that stuff and the National Guard in all 50 states being on watch because they're worried that some nonsense is going to happen again. Yesterday was the inauguration. He's out of there. Woo-hoo! He is out of there. And now we can say President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are now President Joe Biden and Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I mean, you know what? Everything went cool. Everything went peaceful. And you know what? Bye, Trump.
Bye, bitch.
Go back to doing whatever the hell you do. Honestly. Now, you're off out here pardoning people. You're pardoning Lil Wayne and you're pardoning Kodak Black. But you didn't pardon the Tiger King, which I thought was special. I thought that was funny. So, whatever. The bottom line is your 4-year reign of terror, and I do mean that. Your 4-year reign of terror is over. You're out of here. Let's make some changes. Let's make some real changes. You know, don't sit back and chill and think that everything is all right now because 45 is up out of here. 46, let's get it fixed. You feel me? Let's do this. Let's do that. And, hey, I mean, it was a great day, yes, honestly. It was all jokes aside, it was a great day for the country. I don't care which way you voted. It was a great day for the country because this nonsense has got to stop. You know, and some true equality really needs to exist in this country. I mean, it is 2021 and we are reverting back and being reminded so much about the things that happened 60, 70, 80 years ago in this country, but we want to flaunt and say that this is the greatest country in the world. If we're the greatest country in the world, then we need to act like it. That's all I'm saying. So President Biden, do your thing, homie. Do your thing. I wish you nothing but the best and especially good health. Let's get this pandemic over with, done. Let's knock this shit out of here. Let's get some equality up in there. And if anybody needs to learn anything about equality, it's the damn NFL with their coaching hires. I'll get into that next episode because I'm still tripping on how Roger Goodell had to put in an affirmative action rule if you hire a minority coach, because that's all it is. It's NFL's version of the affirmative action plan. Anyway, back to the president. Do your thing, homie. You know, let's get to work. Let's get this thing done. Let's get these changes made. It's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. This has been another episode of Sports Plus Life. If you're not a subscriber, definitely hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life familia. I'm out here. I'll see y'all in a bit. And again, it's my daughter's birthday coming up. Happy birthday, baby. By the time I do another podcast, my beautiful daughter, my little patience tester, will be 5 years old. Again, I'm out this. Peace.